This is my first time making a sculpture. And I know what you're thinking, Jordan, you make art. Yeah, but I've never made a sculpture. But before I get into making a sculpture, I actually wanted to take a trip over to the Met Museum to look at their sculptures, more specifically the classical Greek sculptures. I was really interested in how the forms were simplified on some of the statues, and my personal favorite period of Picasso's involves him looking at classical Greek sculptures and simplifying his paintings. So, yeah, I needed to go to the Met, look at some of their beautiful collection so I could get inspired for my sculpture today. Does it turn out the greatest? I don't know. You tell me down below in the comments. But either way, thank you for being here, and I hope welcome back, y'all. I'm really excited to do this. I've literally never made a sculpture, at least for myself, and I don't really know how this is gonna go. I'm quite nervous actually to do this on camera. I don't know what to do with my hands.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
It'd be good just to hold them down by your side. Yeah, great.
So like I kind of studied up a little bit last night and watched some people making sculptures, but I'm essentially going into this blind. I don't even know if I'm gonna use the armature today. I got it. So I have it. So I don't know, maybe in the next video I'll do something, but I don't know. I feel like I'm already like predetermining what I'm gonna do with it. I know to start out, I need to make like a base, and I've seen that tinfoil is a great sort of base for that. I've been looking at a ton of sculptures, a ton of different artists who have their different takes on it, and I know we can look at like classical sculptors like Michelangelo, or damn, I'm blanking on his name. But yeah, we could look at someone like Michelangelo, or we could look at someone like Brancusi, who is more conceptual and abstract, or even Picasso, you know, who's like somewhere in between. My personal favorite is Giacometti. But yeah, I don't know, dude. It feels nice to just get my hands on clay. This is definitely a different feeling than paint. You know, I feel a little more involved, I guess. So I don't particularly know what I'm gonna make. I guess the goal right now is to just make a head. I've been doing doodles all week of what I want to draw, or not to draw, to sculpt. Look at me, I'm not even like in the sculptor's mindset. But yeah, I've been doing like little doodles all week of what I think I should draw, or of what I should sculpt. They're all rather complicated, and I think for today, I should just start with something that's a little basic, and it serves as a good entry point for me to continue my sculpting journey. But yeah, I hope y'all are great. I hope you've been making stuff. I hope you're making stuff right now, actually. This feels insane, bro. I'm hoping, because I've been told, you know, as you learn how to sculpt, it helps you understand three-dimensionality better, and it actually makes you a better painter. And not every painter can be a sculptor, but every sculptor can be a painter if they so choose. And so I guess this is just me trying to improve my artistic practice and just expand my mind. I don't know, it feels nice though. So right now we're just trying to get the head on, or I'm trying to like build the skull. See, like if this was a person, they'd be deformed, and there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, this isn't what I'm going for. I have this, I don't know, every time I do something, I think I'm gonna make it great the first time I do it, every single time without fail. And I wind up disappointing myself because I'm like, yeah, this thing is gonna be great. So I find that I'm always humbled by my lack of knowledge in a subject, even though I think I can just start it off rip and just be great at it. So from what I've seen, the sculptors I've seen make these things, they start by like dissecting up the face like you would a drawing. So they start off by essentially dissecting the item or the object. That would be my middle, which I think would be brow, top of the head, or my hairline is here. One. Damn, dude, now I'm like forgetting what a head looks like. Let me see something. I guess that's the cool thing about clay is I can just like forget it or like wipe stuff off. That's our middle, top of the head, bottom of the head. Middle would be here. So this is our middle, which is our eyes. Our brow would be here, right? So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this feels right for now. So then I guess what I would do is I would carve out my eye socket. Y'all, I'm learning in real time, so I don't know what this is going to end up looking like. I have no idea how, I don't know. I'm trying, while I'm doing this, I'm like, I'm thinking about Brancusi, even though this looks nothing like a Brancusi, but I'm thinking about Brancusi, I'm thinking about Picasso. I'm also thinking about Le Corbusier and his, he was an architect and a furniture designer. I mean, it doesn't look too bad. We got, but yeah, he was a sculptor and a furniture designer and a painter and an architect. And I think he's, that's one of my goals. Now, am I okay with everything that he did in life? Nope. But I am, I can't help but fan out at his accomplishments as an artist and the things that he was able to create. He left behind a beautifully crafted legacy visually. And I know I have other tools over there, but right now I feel the most comfortable with this. I don't even know what half these damn tools are for. I mean, maybe dude, I feel like a dentist. This feels right. Dude, I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. I guess that's the fun for right now is like I'm able to, I guess, try something in real time. I'm trying not to place too many expectations on myself, and I don't want to be too harsh. So if this is here, this is the corner of the head, right? That's my cheekbone right here. This is gonna come. I guess it helps that I've been like looking at the structure of the head. Yeah, I don't know. 1 second. So I had to go get my book because I was forgetting what a head looked like. It's the Heads, Features, and Faces by George Bridgman. One of my favorite books. I've been reading it all week, just kind of practicing, studying, and I just need to see. Look, this is exactly what I need, my boy. So I guess we should start by building the base of the nose. Maybe not the base of the nose. I don't know, man. It's fun doing this for sure. I think there's a certain confidence I lack with this medium that I have with oil paint or even drawing. And I'm not saying I'm the greatest at those things, but this feels totally foreign. All these damn tools, I don't even know what they're for, bro. Like at least with a paintbrush, I know what the different sizes are. Maybe I'll take a sculpture class. I have no idea. Maybe I can this feels like a pokey. I don't know, y'all. It's looking dark. It's not looking too good for old Hetty McGee. Not unknowingness to sculpting, or not to sculpting, but just to trying out any new medium. And I feel like I'm anxious, because this is by no means a reflection of me or my ability as an artist, and it's more so a reflection of me not knowing how to do something and me having a lack of knowledge, and that frightens me, not knowing things, because I enjoy knowledge. I like knowing things. Dude, I don't even know what these tools are for. I feel like I'm fucking Hetty McGee up. Throw a piece of clay on. Let me get rid of this book. We're just gonna do it live. Throw a piece on for his nose. There's like a certain I don't even know if this is a thing in sculpting. I don't really know what like a sculpture sketch looks like. There's like a sketchiness, or like, you know, you can see the fingerprints from someone like Giacometti when they're working on their sculptures. You know, you can see the effort, you know, and like where he failed at. I think one of my paintings just fell out. Okay. Yeah. Mr. Hetty McGee don't look too good. So now I guess what I'm gonna be putting on is my 2-cylinder, but maybe I should chop it, because I've got a choppy tool. Choppiana. Damn, that's too much mouth. Hey. Yeah, but no, seriously. It's too much mouth. Yeah, dude, I'm not super happy with this. But let's see. Center line here. But I do think I will continue to just like make these, because it is kind of fun. Okay, so if I'm a mouth, it's funny, in my mind I had this going completely differently. You know, I was gonna make an incredibly, and everyone was gonna be like, wow, oh my god, Jordan, oh my god, wow, you're just so good at it. And I have a complete newfound respect for sculptors. Not that I wasn't respecting y'all before, but Jesus Christ, y'all. But honestly though, this just kind of put a battery in my back to get better at it. This honestly feels like when I made my first drawing, you know. You know who I feel like? I feel like Professor Floop from Spy Kids. Do you remember when he just completely disfigured a grown man by like just sculpting his head? That's who I feel like. These also kind of remind me a little bit of Matisse's sculptures of his wife. I love those. You need some more gin, buddy. I don't really know how to... Do you see this? This is insane. Look at him. He's so stupid. What I did want to do though, right? Because if we think about it, coming so from his eyebrows and the nose, his ears would be like, and I'm realizing now that I'm actually forgetting. I don't know everything about the head, you know, and doing this is really just like enlightening me on what I need. But there's like a transitional plane here. Like if the head is a cube or a square or whatever you want to call it, there's like a, let me just get rid of this. There's like a side plane. Yeah, guys, this just makes me feel like I gotta get my anatomy up. I gotta get my art knowledge up. But okay, so what I wanted to do, and I thought this would be fun. I'm not putting hair on him because I'm not like that yet. I thought it might be fun to give him a hat. There's this story of Matisse making these sculptures of his wife, and the story goes, the first two he makes while he's looking at her, and then the last three are based on looking at the sculptures that he did of her while looking at her. So he's not looking at a person or a reference. He's looking, well, I guess he's using his sculptures of her for reference. And they progressively get weirder and weirder. And it goes that he's doing these sculptures to sort of boil it down to, I'm gonna take my mouth off, but he does this sculpture to boil it down to the essence of who his wife is, you know, visually. And I think there's something really powerful about having the ability to sculpt someone that you love and that you see every day, and to like be able to pick out what you feel is essential to that person and what makes them them. I think it was such a beautiful act of love. All right, so we're gonna make this brim. This is tough, y'all. Like, I feel like I put myself completely out of my comfort zone with this. Jesus Christ. Imagine the brim just being this long. Insane. Think we're getting somewhere with the brim. You know, sculpting is showing me I don't know what shit look like. And all those cheeky ideas I had of making a really beautiful man with a baseball cap. Yeah, Sculpty McGee, and you're not happening, buddy. Maybe add some more clay to the side. I'm trying not to let my perfectionism eke out and like make me freak out about what's going on, because this my friends is just an exercise. I should probably get a rolling pin or something. That would probably make this process a lot easier for me. If you're a sculptor out there, please leave a comment down below. Let me know you know, if there's like any tutorial videos you guys have watched, or if you think taking a sculpture class would help me, which evidently it probably would. But yeah, let me know if, like, even if there's a video you could recommend for me to learn how to use my tools, because I think I want to do a sculpture one a week, even if I'm just like breaking down the current one. I don't think this air dries, so I think the only way that this becomes permanent is if I bake it. Maybe this will be like the road to baking a sculpture, you know, like we'll make one someday and feel like, yeah, we did it. We made one that we're proud of. Oh yeah, I forgot I ripped my mouth off. Yo, sculpting got me saying stuff that I never thought I would say in my life. These words have never been uttered before in the human language. So yeah, before I throw, yeah, I need to take an anatomy class. Well, I'm reading anatomy books, but a book ain't gonna cut it, boy. A book ain't gonna cut it, my boy. All right, let's rebuild my mouth. Let's rebuild the mouth. Yeah, this is tough. Hopefully this makes me a better painter. That's kind of like the ultimate goal here, is to use sculpting as a way to improve my painting. Yeah, I need some chin, boy. I need to get chin implants, like, right? Chill. He needs some ears. I don't really know what ears look like on something like this. I think I did carve them out at one point. Yeah, this is nuts, y'all. If you are interested in watching me fail at these again and again, let me know. I want to get better though. I really do. Kind of looks like he's got headphones on. Maybe he does have headphones on. Yeah, maybe I don't have ears. Maybe he's a guy on the subway listening to music with his headphones on. And it's not because I don't know how to make ears, but it's actually because he was always supposed to have headphones on. And you or anyone else can't tell me any different. Bow. Yeah, big dog. Look at that, y'all. And that, maybe I'll see, now I'm like getting into it. I feel like I know absolutely nothing about sculpture, and a part of me is enjoying not knowing anything and just being to however I want to express myself, and I think that that's cool. All right, I think we're gonna stop here before I mess him up any further. But I had a really good time, and yeah, let me go clean off my hands. Okay, so that was really fun making this. Let me see if I can show you. See, like, as I'm looking at this, I'm like, yo, I could fix you. And I just need to stop touching it. But I had a really good time making this. I'm not really sure if you can see it on camera. That might just be because of the color of it, which I'm sorry about. Maybe next time I'll get some colored Sculpey so we can, like, you know, so you can like actually see it. And I'll do it bigger. I'll do it on the armature. The armature was just like, I think I would be getting way ahead of myself if I started on the armature and I just didn't like play around first. And I wanted to experience my first time messing around with this on camera with you guys. So I hope that's okay. Next time I'll make one bigger. If you want to see me make more sculptures and just like follow my journey of me progressively getting better or getting weirder, I don't know. I'm going to be working on sculptures. So let me know if you want to see more. But with that being said, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you made it this far in the video, give this guy a name. Any name you can possibly think of. I don't care how stupid or how cool. Give him a name. Or if you can't think of a name, just write Mr. Sculpey in the comments down below. But with that being said, I'm about to dip out of here. I'm about to have some lunch, and I will talk to you very soon. Peace.
Griselda.
Hey, yo.